pale. Mm. 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 Yeah. Get ML. Estoy que se llama Femani. Dale kwa video. This is a Cambra, 6 months old. our indigenous breed, 3 months old. It's another Canberra, 6 months old. This is a male. We usually collect manure, which we heap here. Then from here, the manure is then taken to the garden. We have the indigenous breed here. We are still trying to set up for them a structure. So we have, this is a female. This is purely local breed. This is about 2 years old. So you can do the comparison between the indigenous breed, popularly known as the local breed, with the Duroc that with the Canberras that we started with. This is actually the male, about 2 years old. So basically this is the structure. It has about 6 partitions. Yeah, so of course we're planning for expansion. So basically, was this that is expecting soon gives birth, then these other rooms can be used to keep our piglets. It's a good one. This will be its second time to give birth. The first time it gave us 10. Yeah, so we are expecting more or less 10 or more this time round. So the structure here is still under construction, as you can see. Yeah, but you start with what you have, and indeed that's what we did. Start small, and then you expand. This is one of the remaining piglets from the first lot that the other local pig gave us. So the manure that comes from these pigs is then transferred to the garden here, basically to help us get better yields. Yeah, so the matoke that you see is basically fed on the manure from the pigs that you saw that we started with. So we basically run an integrated farm where we have animals, and basically these animals you see are basically purely for home consumption, and then a bit of some few for sale to generate some income. Some matoke there. We have cassava. It's purely mixed garden, mixed farm. Matoke, cassava, corn, or maize. Then here we have cleared this area to basically do some tomatoes for home consumption. On these tomatoes, we don't apply any pesticides. Basically fetch urine from the other side and apply it as a natural pesticide. So this is basically to help us get tomatoes that we can use at home. This is not for business. It is basically for our home consumption. So the idea is basically to be able to survive without having to buy anything from the market, outside market. We also have a small pond here. I want to check on the progress. I will have a small fish pond here. In this pond we have catfish. I don't know if I can be able to sight some. But the nature of catfish is that it usually hides at the bottom. Yeah, so this is just a small pond to help us get fish. So we put in here about 200 catfish. And the pond is just a few weeks. You see, I don't know if you can see some life there. Catfish is still young, so they're still small in size. But so we feel like we can also have, we can grow fish at home. Fish in Uganda here is quite expensive on the market. So we felt like if we can grow our own fish locally here, it would help us save some money. Yeah. And then we have some sweet potatoes there. I'll extend maybe close. bit of sweet potatoes here. These we have been eating. When the surplus we sell. Yes. So right here we have sweet potatoes. You can see. Check and see. Yeah, see, sweet potato. So these are ready. These are ready for harvest, and basically we've been harvesting from this small garden of sweet potatoes. We've been able to, it has been able to supply us food for now about 3 months, and we are still able to sell. So small garden like this can serve you for food for quite some time. The beauty here is that this piece of land is close to a swamp, so there is water throughout the year, so we can plant anytime. Yeah, that's why we are able to have sweet potatoes like this during a very dry season. So as you can see up there, that is corn. So basically this is a 2-acre integrated homestead. And so we stay up there. Hope you can see a structure up there at the extreme end of the farm. These are yams. We also have a bit of yams. These are yams. Basically need to remove weeds. Yeah, so also for home consumption, so we have sweet potatoes, we have yams, sugarcane, bit of sugarcane here, sugarcane down there, sugarcane there, cassava. Yeah. This is corn. It's ready and about to dry. And January here is very hot, so literally people are preparing their gardens. But you can see we still have quite some food, especially sweet potatoes down there, because of having water all the time. We have sugarcane there. It's actually the place where we had our nursery bed for the tomatoes that you saw. So the water that goes to that pond basically originates from here. So water naturally comes from underground. So we have underground water here, and which is close to the surface. So it was easy for us to just dig that hole, and we did it ourselves. We didn't incur any expenses other than our own effort. Sweet potatoes again here. As I told you, this is plantain. This is plantain. Banana. Yeah, so we also intend to put also sweet potatoes here. As you can see, we already started and they have picked up. So this other remaining area that you see here, we're going to put sweet potatoes. So the beauty with this integrated kind of farming is that you have food for yourself, food for your animals. The animals are able to supply your garden with manure such that you have better yields, and then you are also saved from consuming items that are on the market, on the commercial market, where basically people nowadays use pesticides, and we know less species here. Some of these pesticides basically have side effects, because people now spray almost everything. But for us here, we basically use urine to spray on our plants. This is a young plantain. We do some bit of mulching, somehow conserve water in the soil. Yeah, so that is corn. This is cassava about to mature. This is already food. I think we already removed some. You notice we already removed some. Yeah, so we prepare whatever remains, the food leftovers, we give to our piglets and our pigs, which in return actually give us manure. So basically this is our farm. We've been here for a short period of time, so we are trying to organize the farm such that it can serve us better. As you can see, we are trying to plant some matoke. We got an improved version of matoke. Yeah, and so we are trying, of course, some of these that you see, we inherited. So we found poor quality matoke already in the garden. But of course, we can't do with it for now until when we have these that we are planting ready, then we can eliminate the existing ones slowly. Yeah, so this is now what we are trying to do. You can see the pit where the sucker is, where we have planted our sucker. It's about 5 to 6 feet wide, and then the depth is 4 feet. So how we do it is that after digging a pit like this one here, we basically get the loam soil. The topmost soil, as we're digging this pit, is put aside, and then the soil that is down, this kind of soil, is put on the side. So the loam soil, we put it back, add some dry grass on top of the loam soil, then put manure, about 3 wheelbarrows of manure on top of that loam soil, and then add another layer of loam soil on top, and then plant our sucker. The idea is that the reason is that you will have given actually this sucker enough manure that can take it for close to a year. And the reason why we have a deep pit is that when we get rainwater, the plant will be able to collect enough water that can take it for some time. So this was just planted. And this is what we are going to be doing for the rest of the garden, as we try to eliminate the existing matoke, which is not of good quality. So this is our pit. You can see it. This is our plant. It has picked. This is our sucker. It has picked. You can see it has started bringing new leaves. This is another one. We have another one here too. Yeah, so basically that is what we are doing on this mixed farm. I'll be showing you here. We are trying to have a pit. This pit here is going to be 4 feet deep and then about 3 feet wide. it will be in a triangular format. So it is meant to be a pit for manure. So we'll be getting manure from the other side, put it in this pit, such that then it can be able to supply these three plants. This is plantain, that is a banana plant, we call it here matoke locally. So the pit here will be able to supply these three plants. So we'll no longer apply manure in this pit where the sucker is planted. Because if you do that, if we apply manure here, then the roots would come on top, trying to look for nutrients. And that is a bit disastrous, especially when you have a windy kind of season. So you notice that actually your banana plants will actually fall. But when you have planted them this way and you apply a manure in a separate pit, so these plants are able to pick the manure from a pit that is across. I'll be showing you after we have completed the pit of how basically it is. So we'll have a pit here supplying these three plants. Then we'll also have a pit here. Notice this is a plant, it's a plant, and then there is that sucker. So we'll have another pit in between here to supply that plant, this plant, and then this new sucker. Yeah, so basically that is how we are going about integrated farming here. Fetch the manure from here. This is where we put all the manure that we get from our pigs. And then from here the manure goes to these plants, banana plants. It has already taken enough water. The plan is basically to automate that water so that these pigs can be able to drink at wish at any time. But for now, for the start, we are still manually giving them water. It's a camper. So, and also this is a camper. Yeah, so you start small. So you start small, as you can see, and you start with what you have. Use what you have to start, and then grow. So even the food that these pigs are eating is basically the corn, got from the corn that you see in the garden. The corn that you see here is what has produced the feeds for these pigs. So already harvested from the other side. I don't know if I can zoom where you basically see dry corn stems from the other end. So we also have this corn that is still actually fresh. These ones we are still eating. That's the beauty. We get food, and whatever dries, then we crush, have food for our pigs. Yeah, this is still fresh. This is still fresh. So we usually plant our corn in phases. This time we had 3 phases. So the first phase is what basically now we took the machine and was turned into broken maize for the pigs. Now this corn, this was the second phase. It's about to dry. Maybe in about a month's time, this corn also will be dry. Then we can also crush it and have feeds for our pigs. So this is the beauty of staying in the countryside. You're able to do quite a lot of things as opposed to staying on a small piece of land in town where literally everything you have to buy. But here you're able to produce your own food. This is the corn that I told you we planted as our second phase of corn, and in a month's time it will be ready for harvest. Now the dry corn, the other broken maize that you saw that we give the pigs, basically was harvested from here, this area here. And this area here. And we're able to get about 400 kgs of broken maize from here. We have jackfruit here. So we have quite a number of jackfruits on this garden. And as you can see, it has quite a number of fruits, jackfruits. So this tree is able still to, provide the, jackfruit for us to enjoy as a fruit. And actually, the surplus we usually give to the pigs still. So here we don't waste anything. The remains of the jackfruit and what we are not able to consume, we basically give the pigs. Yeah, so we are planning to clear this area again and have prepare it for actually the rainy season. So we intend to plant popcorn maize, popcorn. So we'll have popcorn, and then maize. The popcorn, basically feed it to our pigeons. So you can see the corn, the dry corn. Somehow I think these are the remains that were left when we were harvesting. It's dry, totally dry corn. Yeah. So this is food for our pigs, food for our local chicken. We also do local chicken. So it's basically an integrated setup. Local chicken for home consumption. We do rabbits for home consumption. We do ornamental pigeons. Those are purely for cell. This is the field where we got the dry maize, corn, that we converted into broken maize. Cassava, this is for home consumption, basically the surplus we give to our pigs. So this makes it easy to, to manage pigs, to manage animals local at home without strain. Trying to plant a few more fruits, some avocado plant. That is plantain, sucker. So just been on this piece of land for about, I think, we came in here in June last year. So been here for about 6 months, and so far this is how far we have tried to improve this place. It was all bushy when we came in, but now we are trying to change the environment, make sure that we have enough food for ourselves. That is all corn. Sour soup plant. Trying to plant also these fruits around to basically give us shade. This is rosemary plant. Rosemary. This is a mango plant. Sour soup. Corn all over us. Small mango tree. It's giving us shade. We found it here. Yeah, so basically that is our homestead. And that's what we are doing to make a living here. These are guavas. This actually we planted before coming here, and we're already enjoying the fruits, the benefits. We have already eaten some. See, this is close to being ripe. Yeah, it's already ripe. Yeah, guys, these are the benefits of being in the countryside. And for you to eat a fruit, you don't have to go to a supermarket. Simply pick it from a tree. Just this small guava tree is already giving us fruits. Guavas. This is also ready. I'm already enjoying this one, which I've just picked. This is another jackfruit. We've had a number of fruits. So basically that is our small setup. Harvested jackfruit is also there. Jackfruit here. Seems to have been abandoned, I think. This must be for the pigs. But must be ripe. But you see the beauty with this is that you eat, and the surplus like this, you give to the animals. You can also sell. You can also sell, but for now, we're not yet selling. The surplus is just given to the animals. This is the slaughter point for the jackfruit for the pigs. As you can see. So whatever we have to give the pigs, as in jackfruit, is taken to that table. That is the slaughter table. This is ready for the pigs. Yes, I will take it to the slaughter table. Yeah, so this is basically for the pigs. You can see, fresh as it is. The idea is that just have enough for yourself, and then the surplus like this, because no one here is basically interested in eating jackfruit now, because they have eaten and eaten and got fed up. So now and the beauty is that you will have food, the neighbors will have food. Mainly these, the local pigs like these. The local pigs just like these. They love these. Local pigs love this. Cut them into small pieces like this. Ah. I don't know if you can hear them gearing already, waiting for their fruit, jackfruit. They know once they hear the sound of that panga, they know something is being prepared for them. Once they hear that sound, they know they are going to feast on juice jackfruit. Okay, so nearly an entire jackfruit has been smashed. This is what our local pigs are going to have just as a snack as they wait for their evening meal. And use this, I think, to carry. Surprisingly, you would expect the pigs to eat everything, including the outer cover, but they also intelligent. They don't eat the outside part. They'll only pick the fruit inside. They pick the flesh. This. Okay. Guys, we also have pumpkin around. This is a pumpkin. I think we have some pumpkin on it. It's a pumpkin plant. Oh yeah. These we're already eating. Already eating another pumpkin there. Plant another pumpkin the other side. After the jackfruit tree. So we have quite a number of them. Oh, these were already resting. That's the other side. Our local or indigenous breed of pigs. Have their feeding traps here. I think you can see how it's already enjoying itself. So start with what you can afford, guys. So you can see how easy it is basically to, rear these animals, especially pigs. They don't require a lot. I think this has been served enough. Jackfruit, they enjoy it. Other pig is already signaling us that needs to be served too. Let's go and serve other pig. So it's not only humans that enjoy this jackfruit. You notice that also it's a delicacy for pigs. See how it is literally swallowing. Literally swallowing. See how it is literally swallowing the jackfruit.
Yeah, bye-bye. Woman, see you went. And you see taller. If any younger say, yeah, go good, you have yours. In your boy, gonna live your record. I get it, this is young. The baby in my head. I'm buzzing a while, quite yet. Your numbers are got a Yamama. I did record record. No, I'm not reading the man.
You see how the pigs are enjoying themselves.
Hey, I did record record.
Do you notice that the pigs enjoy jackfruit? They certainly do. So do not just waste anything. That's the beauty with these local pigs. They eat literally remains of anything that you will eat at home. Whether pineapple, whether mangoes, whether jackfruit, they will certainly enjoy. And that makes it cost effective to manage and feed these local pigs. That's the beauty with them in comparison with the other breed that I started with, the camper breed. Certainly you have to buy a bit of commercial feeds. That is if you're not able to produce your own. Yeah. But the beauty with the countryside is that you can, grow your own corn. Let's check on this and see how it is progressing with the jackfruit, its share. perfect. It has literally cleared the inside part, the flesh. So you can see, as I told you, they will literally feast on the flesh and leave the outer part. But this is also eating partly the outer part. So yeah, that is how cost effective it is for you to rear local pigs. Much as they take long to grow, but they are very easy to manage and rear because you can literally feed them on almost anything. Yeah, so we intend to have the local breed here. As you can see, we have prepared this house. We have about 6 rooms, and then we literally have 2 mature pigs and a piglet. We don't intend to actually have that piglet on the farm. We shall be selling it off such that we have enough space for the piglets that this is going to give birth to. So that is it. And the structure is simple. Local materials. See, local materials. Even the roof, local materials. We're basically using local materials. These are banana leaves, dry banana leaves. Making the roof. A heap of banana leaves here. These we intend to put them on top here to reinforce our roof. Yeah, to basically prevent rainwater and also provide a shade during a hot season like this. Yeah. So that is it. That's what we are doing. We're able to get manure here, supply our plants. The plants will give us food for ourselves, food for the animals, and then you're able to live life, what I would call fulfilling life without too much stress of what am I going to eat, where do I get feeds, where do I get food, where do I get fruits. Yeah. We have a tank here. We harvest water from this house. It's able to give us some water that we use. Then we have, I told you, we have exotic pigeons here. This is the fieldback. This has some babies. It's a fieldback pigeon, pure ornamental. It has some chicks. I think the chicks are about to, I don't know if you're able to see. Yes, you can see a chick there. The chicks are about 3 days old. Yeah, we feed them on pellet. And then at all times they must have clean water. So basically that is the cage for fieldback. Here we have only 2 breeds. We have fieldback and fantail. Fieldback and fantail. So just in case you need ornamental birds, especially fieldback and fantail, we shall be glad to supply to you. We have them here. This is fantail. This is fantail. So beautiful. American fantail. And then with its chicks here, those chicks are 3 weeks old. And they feel back there. So these, in about a week's time, they will be getting off the nest, and then they will be able to feed on their own. For now, the mothers, the parents are still taking care of them. Yeah, and at 1.5 months old, they will be ready for sale. That's a pair of beautiful fantail, American fantail. One is pure white with a black tail. Then the other is basically black tail with some black, patches on the wings, and then the rest of the body is white. It will be a very nice pair. As I told you, pigeons must have water at all times. Actually, all animals must have water at all times. We have a set of local chicken here. This is local chicken. As I told you, make it simple. As you can see, the setup here is purely simple. We just relocated to this area, but you see, we are still able to raise these birds just from within here. These are their feeds. You notice that we put charcoal in the feeds. This is basically to neutralize, or it helps in preventing coccidiosis. So charcoal is an immune booster, and it helps us fight coccidiosis. So these birds are here. They're local birds. These are about 15 in number. You can see they're just taking shelter below the cages for the fantail. We have another fantail here. We have another fantail there. This is also a beautiful pair of fantail. This and this makes a pair. Then we have another pair of fieldback just there, right there. This is a fieldback pair, brown. It's a beautiful pair of fantail. And next we have our rabbit bunnies. These are 2 months old. They are 5 in number. So as I told you, we also do rabbits. But all this is just for home consumption, guys. To try and become sustainable in terms of food at home, such that you don't have to move out. So we have these rabbits. We have this here. That's another rabbit. Yeah. So basically that is it. The manure collected from here, as I told you, is taken to the garden. It's taken to the garden. We have another rabbit there. It's a male. Yeah, as you can see, we try as much as possible to also feed our local chicken on grass, because that acts as a to boost basically their health. I have another rabbit in here. This one gave birth. If you're able to see it, it's a little bit dark here. But that black rabbit, it has some bunnies. If I'm able to, it has some bunnies. It has actually, this one gave birth to 6 bunnies. 6 babies, but I have only 2 that have managed to survive. The mother is right there. Yeah, just using simple improvised local available materials. So it's not true that you need a lot in terms of money to be able to do something. I usually tell people, start with what is available. Start with what is available. You see, this is just a cage made from just very simple materials. Very simple materials. With just rabbit mesh, this is about 1 meter. 1 meter is able to make a cage for 1 rabbit. Yeah. So that is it for now. Thank you for listening to me. Till we meet again, I will be showing you basically what is new on the farm and how we are trying to make a living or survive in the countryside here. It's important to mix the feeds, poultry feeds, with charcoal to basically reduce on the chances of coccidiosis. Feedback right there. Fantail right there. Fantail pigeons. They are 3 months babies right there. And this is about lay. As you can see, they have already started rotating around this nest. It's advisable to have actually 2 nests within the cage, such that, because in most cases, your pigeons will lay when the babies are still on the nest. That is a fieldbuck with its chicks. Beautiful pair of fieldbuck. These are all exotic, ornamental pigeons. Bunnies, rabbits, some resting there.